Hey everybody, Jack Hammer here. Going to go ahead and give you a look at every 49ers offensive play from their big win over the Rams. It is Wednesday, a little bit late to this week, but it is time for the 49ers Rams film review. Hey everybody, Jack Hammer from the Santa Rosa Press Democrat, here to give you guys a full look at the 49ers offense against the Los Angeles Rams from Sunday. We're going to give you a little special treat as well. After we get on with the offensive film, I'm going to show you what I think is the biggest play of the game for the 49ers defense as well. So we're going to go through all the offensive plays. We'll talk about the key defensive play that I think turned the tide in this game. And then we'll do a full film review of the defense later on this week. Get you guys fired up on that side of the ball as well. So thanks everybody who's tuning in. Got Big Lucas from over from Europe who says it's nice for a film breakdown to finally mesh up with somebody that's over there. Lucas, you're a member of the Toolbox. This is perfect. I'm glad that you're able to check this out. And let's just get into it right off the bat. 1st and 10. 49ers move the ball well throughout this game. Even on this first possession where they don't end up scoring, but they're going to come out throwing right away. They have the interesting part about this couple of things is the personnel grouping. So they're in 21 personnel. You have Christian McCaffrey, who is lined up in the slot down here on the right side. Jeff Wilson Jr. is up at the top. And as this play rolls through, just look at, I'm going to look, we already saw it once. He completes this ball to Jeff Wilson Jr., but look at the ball is still in his hand. Garoppolo still has the ball in his hand. You can see Wilson is still running the out. He's going to be running a return. So he's faking out and coming back inside. The linebacker is right there. The blitzing linebacker is through. Looks like he's going to make the sack. I think he get a little bit of a hold that helps out Garoppolo here, but look at the separation between the Rams rusher and Garoppolo at this point in the play, and the ball still comes out for a completion and a pickup of 9 yards. So that's one of the things that Garoppolo brings to the table, right? That ability to get the ball out quick, his ability to stand in there tight. You're going to see a little bit of a hold from 65 on 45 there, just enough to give him that time to get the ball off. But a combination of Banks and Garoppolo working good together there with getting that ball out of his hands. Next play, 2nd and 1, still in that 21 personnel. Jeff Wilson Jr. really playing a fullback role in this game. Think of if you were to project this out now that Jeff Wilson Jr. is a member of the Miami Dolphins. This is most likely going to be Kyle Juszczyk when Juszczyk comes back, if he's healthy. Even if Juszczyk isn't healthy and it's not Juszczyk and they want to use 2 halfbacks, this could be Ty Davis-Price. The 49ers used Davis-Price in a fullback role a couple of weeks ago against Atlanta. So you see him right there on the slot portion of what looks like a bunch formation to start off with here. They're gonna motion him across the formation and run toss to the left side for a gain of 5. Now, when we watch this from the behind view, pay attention to number 74 because he does not get to the second level. The guy that's going to make this tackle is the linebacker that's directly in front of him. His job on this play is to get upfield. You watch all the offensive linemen. 74's job here is to step and get upfield to try to catch that backside linebacker. You're going to see on the play side, you're going to see 71. See how 71 is able to get a hand on the inside defender and then get up to the second level. Burford just stands there. He helps out McGlinchey, but he doesn't get to the second level. And so the man that he doesn't block is the one that makes the tackle. Watch again. 53 is going to make the tackle. Nobody touches him. He's able to run right through the alley and get to 23. If Burford is able to just gets upfield and just gets a hand on him and slows him down, McCaffrey gets a much bigger gain on that one. Just the little nuances of the game with Burford right now that are causing. That's partly why we're seeing him be sharing time as much as he is with Daniel Brunskill. So 1st and 10, 49ers are now in a 12 formation. And this, if you remember the film review we did a few weeks ago after the first game, we talked a lot about the 49ers, how they like to balance up this formation out of 12 personnel with a tight end on each wing with a single back. Just works good against the Rams. It's something that they really like to do. And I think it's partly why in this matchup, not having Kyle Juszczyk wasn't as big of a deterrent, is because they're able to, they don't really need to utilize a fullback when they're in 12 formation. A lot of times if Juszczyk was on the field right now, he would be lined up in the same spot as 81 anyway, as Tyler Kroft. So the other thing here is they're in a pistol formation, a little bit different, and they're going to show you a zone read right here for a gain of 4. And it's this is a play you could easily see Christian McCaffrey and Trey Lance running together next season when Lance is healthy. It's going to turn. He's going to read the defensive end who stays outside, even though it's Garoppolo and he's not really a threat. And that's a really nice run on to the other side by McCaffrey. Again, it's zone read, so you're reading that defensive end on the top as the quarterback. You can see he's got his eyes on him. Defensive end stays outside, so you give it to you. That's a give. And McCaffrey does a good job of following his blockers, following 81 and getting out there behind 3. Nice gain of 4. That's one of the nice pieces of Christian McCaffrey, and we're going to get into some of his better runs because he really shows some good patience and explosion throughout this game. 12 formation again. 12 personnel again. There's the same formation look, and they do this throughout the game. And he really gets into it in the second half on the touchdown drive to open up the second half. But just a nice, easy. It's the play action with the deep curls that they like to run with McCaffrey coming out of the backfield. This is a staple play of Shanahan's offense. You see the deep curl routes there. Those are, decently covered. Looks like Garoppolo is reading that underneath linebacker who's 45. Sees that he's kind of sitting in the hole, but he's going to get beat to the edge by McCaffrey, and he just takes the easy throw and gets the ball out to the side and lets McCaffrey run for a nice gain pickup of 11 there on the play. Again, play action. Watch 69. You're going to see him slide down to help. They bring the other guys over. So just a really nice play design. Everything about the way the offensive line looks right there makes it look like it's that run play, except for they're all sliding to pass protect. Just a really nice overall play. 2nd and 9, and this is a big one here. This is a miss. Again, they're in that 12 personnel, that same balanced up formation. They really just keep showing this over and over again against the Rams. There's the motion, the toss. This is a really nice play for Christian McCaffrey. I like this one. It's only a gain of 1, but what I like about it is that it shows his patience. Watch him get out there. He just follows his blockers. There's a chance here where you can see him cut it up right there. He wants to get it up inside. Doesn't like it, doesn't feel it, so he just kind of pulls it back, takes it to the side a little bit longer, and then as soon as he sees a hole that he thinks he can get through, he plants his foot. It's only a gain of 1. It's a really nice play by 45 there. But I think I like that run from McCaffrey, just the patience that he shows on getting to the edge and then sticking it up inside once he has a little bit of a better of a crease. I like that run for McCaffrey. So that sets up 2nd and 9. Again, motion down into that same formation. They just keep showing the same thing to the Rams. The front is the picture they're showing them pre-snap is continuously the same thing, which really helps them to really helps the offense to disguise what they're going to be doing once the ball gets snapped. It makes that really tough on the defense. It's going to be the play fake here to Jeff Wilson. I've been showing that look, and then just Garoppolo is just late on this ball, late and behind. That's why it's an incompletion. I've seen people, say that McLeod needs to high point this and he needs to do this and that. Okay, I agree. Maybe he can get a little bit better effort on the back end. The quarterback's got to get this ball out in front of him, and this should be a touchdown. So if you want to blame it on McLeod, that's fine. This is one, though, where Garoppolo needs to throw the ball about right here. It takes just a little bit too long to throw it and get out of his hand. And that delay allows 33 to come across and makes this a much tougher play for McLeod to make. Watch. Play action. He sets. The ball should be coming out of his hand about now. You see how he takes that little extra step? That little extra step is just enough of a delay to allow McLeod to get too far out in front and for that safety to be able to come across and get over. Ball just needed to be out a little bit earlier from Garoppolo there. So it's late and underthrown. Third and 9. Now, it's a longer situation, and so they go into this 11 personnel, and this is something I don't remember seeing the 49ers do a lot of in the past. But look at the split for the running back, how they line him out wide. Basically, he's in the backfield, but um, still he's kind of in a slot position, even though he's deep in the backfield, and that's what he's going to run here. And this is the incompletion. This is one of those couple passes that Garoppolo threw. These were really his two worst plays back to back. The deep ball, which was late, and then this one here again. It's late, but Garoppolo's looking to the left, and I think he's trying to hit. He's looking over here to the left, and he's either trying to hit Kittle right now, or maybe it's going to. I'm not sure if it's one of the other two outside receivers. You can see he starts to wants to throw it. You can see he's already in the throwing motion right there, and he pulls it back. But because he's done that, now he comes back to Jeff Wilson Jr. and he's late. It's not there. Right now is when he should be turning from there, turning to his right and hitting his check down, which is Jeff Wilson. If he gets the ball to Wilson, if he's starting to throw that ball to Wilson right now, I think he might have a chance to pick up the first down. Wilson, that is. It's going to be close. You also have the defender who, when we look at it from the end zone view, is right in front of him and might have knocked the ball down, but don't like the ball that he threw here. Don't like the decision. I think this is one of those YOLO balls that we see from Jimmy Garoppolo. It's just like, yeah, hey, I got to get the ball out of my hand. Here we go. Only live once. And we're going to see it from the end zone. You can see right there, he looks like he's looking to 85. Looks like he wants to throw it to him, but you got, looks like he's trying to get that ball to 85, but you have Ramsey right there. Pulls it down, never takes his eyes off of him, and then just kind of fires it into the middle, and they get a break there. The ball is a little too high, and so Ramsey's not able to really have a chance to catch it, but he's able to knock the ball away. Just a late read over the middle from Garoppolo. So two bad back-to-back plays for him. Late and underthrown down the middle to McLeod, and then late on that one over the middle again. This time it was going to Kittle. I just don't like that throw right there. That's really a tough one. Puts him in a really bad situation. So that's the opening of the second half. You get a false start from 71 to start it off. So you're going to get set up in first and 15. The other note that I made on that previous play is, if we go back really quick, I'm sorry, I'm just going to pull it back really quick. One other thing about this throw from Garoppolo that gets batted away. Let's get back to this view of it real quick. I'm sorry. The other thing I want to say real quick, and I noticed this was in my notes. Everything, we talk a lot about Garoppolo and how he wants to throw the ball over the middle. Well, let's look at the routes that are being run here too. Everything is an in-breaking route. You got an in cut from Kittle, an in cut here. I think this is Snead. You have an in cut from Jeff Wilson. So these guys are Wilson and Kittle, because the timing of this throw gets off. Basically get into the same spot in the field at the same time. That's why, again, this is a timing route. The ball should either be out right now, or it's got to be, Garoppolo just needs to be quicker. It's got to be boom, boom. But all these in-cutting routes make it really tough, because again, that's where the congestion is. It's a little late, but you wonder why Garoppolo throws so many in-cuts. Well, because those are a lot of the times what's being called by Kyle Shanahan. He really likes to run those in-breaking routes. All right, so then we're going to get to the next one real quick. This is the second possession now. You got the offsides there by the false start, by Trent Williams. Just going to move a little bit, and there you go. So it sets up a first and 15, and last play of the first half, going to be an easy pitch and catch here from Garoppolo to George Kittle on a little screen out to the left side. They were in 11 personnel there because of the first and long. Nice job after the catch by Kittle to pick up 9 and go from a first and 15 to a second and 6. Nice get back right there after the mistake to open up the possession. Pretty much on his own too. You don't really get much of a block there from Spencer Burford. So a nice run by 85. And first, you're going to open up the second half here. Go back to their 21 personnel with Wilson and McCaffrey in the backfield together. and this one is a loss of one for McCaffrey. Watch this one from the end zone view, and you're going to see Daniel. Watch the center, Jake Brendel. He's going to get blown up here by Aaron Donald. Gets pushed back, and that's really what kills this play. Just on that one, just gets put on roller skates, and Donald is going to do that to you every once in a while. Sticks him in the backfield, and then makes a good stop. So brings up 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. 49ers sticking their they're in their 11 personnel now. Again, this is the quick release of Garoppolo, and this is where we talk about the offensive line and how good they're playing. I'd be really interested to see how this offensive line is viewed if the quarterback isn't getting the ball out as quick as this. You get a blitz coming, they're going to bring 5. Garoppolo sees it quick, and as soon as he sees the blitz, turns his head to McCaffrey, sticks it on him, and then McCaffrey does the rest to pick up the first down. Good job of recognizing the blitz and hitting your check down. This was something that if you follow my channel, there was a little bit of work done on this during practice this week. Was Garoppolo getting the ball out of his hand quick with a blitzer to that underneath receiver. With a guy like McCaffrey, makes it a lot easier to be willing to hit that check down really quick, because his ability once he gets the ball in his hands is really high level. So they pick up the first down, and we got 1st and 10. 49ers back into their 12 personnel, 2 tight ends. So again, there's no fullback even out there with them in the way that they're looking. And this is a nice, easy one for Garoppolo. Again, this is all about Christian McCaffrey and the way that he changes up the way the defenses play them. You can see, watch him. He runs the flat. The linebacker jumps that route by McCaffrey. It looks like he's going to go into the flat. He's actually running a choice route. But because he jumps out there so quick, Garoppolo's read is defined now. And this is what Garoppolo needs. He needs to be able to have clearly defined throws. When he's very much a rhythm quarterback who, if his first read is there, or if it works correctly and it can be defined quickly, he's going to get the ball to his hand and he's going to get it hit. He's going to hit it quick. We saw it already a couple times in this game. You see it here. The read's there. Boom, ball out of his hand. Nice completion to George Kittle. Nice run after the catch, and you're down to the 36-yard line. But watch that linebacker. Watch 53. It's going to be 53. He's going to jump McCaffrey, which opens up this route for Garoppolo. Just defined. The read is defined so quickly, and that's where it'll be interesting to see how defenses play the 49ers moving forward after seeing this film, in terms of how they worry about Christian McCaffrey and his utilization. Because as you can see, he's clearly having an effect on the defense and the way people are moving, very similar to what we saw with Deebo Samuel last year. So now you come out with 13 personnel. You have the tight end that just motioned out of the backfield down here. He's really your fullback. So this would have been 20. The plays in this game that are primarily 13 personnel normally would be 22 personnel with Kyle Juszczyk. So they motion Tyler Kroft down here to the bottom of the screen. And they're going to run their toss down here. And Brandon Ayuk just doesn't make the block here on the cornerback, who's able to make the tackle. He's just not able to quite get there yet on this one. Let me show you one more time. So watch, Ayuk's trying to get here so they can get around him. He gets into him, but he just misses him. He slides off of him, tries to get back and get there, but at this point, the cut lane is up inside because of the blocks right here. The blocks at the point of attack right there at the just off of the 40 are telling McCaffrey to cut that up inside. Although this is a play that was designed to go around, and because Ayuk misses the initial block, he tries to get in there. You can see him fighting to make the block, but the initial miss is what leads to the tackle here by 53. Watch it again from this view. You see he just slides off of him, and then he's there to get head up on McCaffrey. One of the things about 23 that I really like when watching this is that he's not an easy guy to bring down. So if he gets into a position where it's going to be an arm tackle or a single defender kind of coming off the side, I really like his chances most of the time of making those if he's not getting squared up, of getting out of those. Excuse me. And then here's the touchdown pass from McCaffrey. Watch the little play fake. It's not really much of a fake, it's just a token fake to Jeff Wilson. All of this looks like the 49ers screen stuff that they run. And so it's an easy play design because it's a play that you're already running anyway. You run this screen all the time. And now just instead of having the quarterback, just have the quarterback throw it back a yard so that then McCaffrey can pull up and he throws a dime to Ayuk for the touchdown. And it's 14-7. It's really nice. 7-7 at that point becomes 14-7. Just a really nice executed drive on that one. Really like the way that they put those plays together and they built them together. Third possession now, and they open up in 11 and 12 personnel again. It looks like 11, but you've got the tight end out here. This is going to be important later on in the game. You see how Ayuk on the inside with the tight end outside of him. We're going to see this later on. There's going to be 3 plays in the second half that I'm going to point out that build upon each other. This is again showing that same formation though, where you've got the tight end outside of the receiver. They're going to motion Dwelly across this time. There's the play action. It's supposed to be a screen into the screen, really gets blown up, but again, Dwelly outside of Ayuk. Just remember that. Dwelly outside of Ayuk in this formation because they're going to come back to it. They run the play action screen here, and just good read by the Rams linebacker there to get up the field and really blows that play up. McCaffrey's trying to get back out to where his blockers are, and he slips. Just a really nice job by 59, though, to get there. You get an illegal block also on that one, but they on Banks, he actually hit that linebacker that had made the good play. It would have been it would have been 1st and 15, even if that had been a big gainer. So 2nd and 15 now, 49ers and 11 personnel, and Garoppolo is going to get this ball out quick. Blitz again, knows it has to come out, and he sticks it on Ray McLeod, who gets lit up by Taylor Rapp, and it's actually called a personal foul because he hits him in the head. But watch the location of this throw. It helps the reception. It's a great catch on the back end because of the contact for McLeod. But the ball location helps that because the ball hits him right in the gut. There's nowhere. It's the ball. You can't really put it in there any better. Puts it right on him as he's running, hits him in stride. And you can see, look at the position that McLeod is in. He's, because of where the ball hits him, he's already bent down. So he's in a contact position. If that ball had been up here, like we see quite often with Garoppolo, where it's way up here or it's way down low, it's a much more difficult catch for McLeod to make. So the ball location helps, but this is still a great job by McLeod to hold on to this thing through the contact as he gets hit right in the. That's a tough hit right up the side of the head, right in front, right up the head to head, and so that's where you get the personal foul. So good ball by Garoppolo, really nice catch by McLeod as well in the back end. So all that together becomes a 26-yard net play, the 11-yard completion plus 15 on the personal foul. So now you're up 1st and 10 over your cross midfield. 49ers are in 12 personnel because they have the tight end in the backfield here. And watch the defensive end from the Rams down here on the bottom, 58. He's going to, with this motion, he's going to step out. And then once he steps out, he starts the motion coming across from Kittle. You see him readjust. And when he readjusts, he steps across the line of scrimmage. So it's an offsides on him. McCaffrey gets stopped for a short gain. But all that motion and the alignment kind of gets 58 off of where he's supposed to be, and that little step right there gets him across the line of scrimmage. So the 49ers pick up a free 5. Kittle knows he missed a block there, but they're going to still get a gain of 5 because of the offsides on the left side. So 1st and 5, the 49ers go right back to their 21 personnel. They got Wilson in the backfield, motion him out. Now remember, Wilson is Kyle Juszczyk. That's in this game. That's primarily who they use. When they were going to use a fullback, it was Jeff Wilson Jr. as a fullback. Again, if Kyle Juszczyk's not available in the future, I think that becomes Ty Davis Price. Easy one for Garoppolo here. Again, the Rams, he's looking to the left side from the beginning. It's really easy here. Floyd down here at the bottom drops with Kittle, and they leave 23 with nobody around him. Just an easy throw for Garoppolo. He sees that quickly, gets the ball out of his hands. Just Rams trying to be a little, protective of certain guys on the field, and they're just leaving 23 wide open. And then what's going to happen in the future is, or it should happen in the future, is if those guys start to jump the routes that McCaffrey runs and the ball goes to Kittle. It's really those two working together, and some of the other guys too, but really those two have worked together pretty well so far in this game. This is going to be let's see here. This is going to be a sack by Garoppolo. And this is a tough one. This ball should have got out earlier. He's looking to the left side. This is the one sack that I think Mike McGlinchey out at right tackle gives up a couple of sacks. This is one of the two that you can pin on him. The other one we'll get to in a minute because it's in this drive as well. But look at the space that McGlinchey has from where he's lined up to the defensive end. So McGlinchey already struggles in pass protection as it is. You give him this much space against a guy like Leonard Floyd, who has that speed coming off the edge. This is not a good position for Mike McGlinchey to be put in. As it rolls through, you see he's just not able to get out there. He's barely able to get a hand on him. He barely gets into him right there. But at that point, he's already beat because the defender's already getting that upfield shoulder. He's already pretty much past it. And so McGlinchey's kind of catching him like this. Garoppolo reading to the left side. He comes off of the route to Ayuk. He has Ayuk there. If he had stuck with it, he probably would have got it, but he pulls back the other direction and you get the sack. I think we're going to see this again. We see this later on in the game. In the second half, we're going to see the Flyers come back to this. I think if he just sticks with the out to Ayuk, he can get that ball out and get it thrown away. And what happens here is everything kind of happens too quick for him. He's hanging on that outcut to Ayuk just a little long. Boom, it's not there. He holds it. Now he goes back to the middle. He's going to from left. I'm not sure if he's going outside to Ayuk, but regardless, the progression that Garoppolo is going through is left to middle, and he gets hit before he's able to get all the way back across. So you see the tight end wide open out here on the right side. I think that's Croft. But he's not able to get there because the pressure gets to him first. Now, you can say that Garoppolo should have seen that ahead of time pre-snap, but this play is designed to be a throw to the left side. It's working left, middle, right. And again, I think on this one, the mistake is that he comes off of Ayuk. If he just sticks with him and he throws it out there, even if it's not a good ball, if he just throws it way out in front of him, hoping that he can get to it, that I would be fine with that throw. As you can see, he's working left. He works to the middle to Kittle, and he just doesn't have the time to get back across. McGlinchey gets beat a little too quick. That's a tough position. Again, with McGlinchey, you don't really want to have that guy out really wide because he's going to have a hard time getting back. He's just not quick enough. His footwork usually isn't strong enough against a speed rusher who's lined up 2.5 men away from him. That's a really tough block for McGlinchey to make. That's why usually they'll have a chip or Kittle will be helping out over on that side. So you get the sack. You come back on the next play. This is really a shot play. They're trying to take a shot at Kittle here. You can see Garoppolo takes the pump to Ayuk. He's trying to get those Rams defender to bite so he can go over the top to Kittle. They don't. So after the pump, he looks to Kittle and then just resets his feet and gets it to Ayuk, who's been left alone. It's a good play by Garoppolo and it's a good job of not forcing it. Good job of seeing the play and taking what's being given to him by the defense. Get your little quarterback sneak on third and 2. You go ahead and you sneak it for a gain of 3. Not very often that you see that. Just gets into a little hole there with a 91 shaded a little bit to the left of the center. 1st and 10 on the 22. You come back out in their 13 personnel. You got 2 tight ends. One of them is the fullback again. This would have been 22 personnel. It's going to be play action, I believe. Nope, sorry. This is the run up the middle by McCaffrey. This is a really nice run. I really like this. I had this written down wrong. What I like, there's a lot to like about this play. Let's start with the blocking up front. So we'll watch this one from the end zone view, which it's like a power run. All these guys on the right side of the offensive line, these 3 are all going to block down. The guard, the tackle, tight end, all blocking down. The tight end's going to come and he's going to block out here on the right side, just outside of where McGlinchey is, right in that area is where he's going to go. And you're going to get 65 pulling over, and he's going to get a perfect block on 45. Watch this one. See all the down blocks. You see the kick out from the fullback, and then a really nice job by 45 to get in there. And this is the hole's, wide open for a guy like McCaffrey. He does a really nice job. When you go back and you watch this from the all 22 view, it just looks like he hits a different gear once he sees the hole start to open. He's patient, sees it, and boom, he's through it now into the second level. Really nice run, really nice blocking by the offensive line, making McCaffrey, even look better. Because this, again, watch the down blocks, boom, 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 the kick out, the pull, spectacular blocking up front. Love watching offensive line play and running backs. That's one of the things. Deep passes are cool. Really like them. But when you watch an offensive line and a running back work like that, that's really good high-level stuff. And then you come back with that, and you're going to have this one where it's a run over the right guard, and it's not going to work. Foreigners actually run this play for a touchdown a little bit later. Just too much pursuit from the backside. Able to get I think it's Donald gets his arms around his legs. Let's see. Here's Donald here. Yeah, he's able just to kind of slide through and get down around his ankles. And then you have this is going to be 2nd and goal. This is going to be the second sack of the day on this possession. McGlinchey kind of gets the blame here, and I saw some folks talking about asking the question, why is McGlinchey blocking down on this? Watch the defensive end on the top. Watch William Floyd. Watch his first step. That first step when McGlinchey's looking at him is to drop. And remember, now we've seen Floyd drop already a couple times in this first half. So McGlinchey sees the drop, and now his eyes go back inside to help somebody else out. Well, because of that, it's a delayed blitz, and so it's a good design by the Rams. Fakes him out. That's a tough play for McGlinchey. So the reason why he's down inside though is because at the snap, 54 looks like he's going into coverage. Floyd gets the sack here, and so McGlinchey gets the blame because his guy gets the sack. But watch what happens over here on the other side with 99. This is a sack that Floyd gets. This is one of those situations where the guy who gets the sack doesn't tell the whole story, because 99 is the one that makes. He's the first one to force Garoppolo up, and he's also the reason that Garoppolo is off balance and isn't able to step up. He gets right around Aaron Banks, so Banks doesn't get credited with the allowing a sack here because his guy doesn't actually make the sack, but his guy is getting his hand on Garoppolo prior to the throw, forcing him to step up before Floyd's able to clean it up. 3rd and goal. 49ers really like to work out of 11 personnel in that situation. He's going to check it down here to McCaffrey. It doesn't look like there's anybody else open when the ball comes out, unless you want to go down here to the flat to McLeod. But the ball gets there. I think the 49ers get a little bit of a break here, and that it's a incompletion because I think they're going to go for it on 4th and what's that going to be? 4th and goal from the 2. They were going to go for it. They kept their offense on the field. I think the fact that this is incompletion and they took the points was actually the better outcome for them anyway. But if you just look at it, there's nobody open other than where the ball goes to McCaffrey. And Garoppolo hits him right in the hands. And this is, again, and it's recovered by Kittle. You go through this game and you have multiple. You have this one here, which if it's completion and a fumble, you would have had 2 fumbles from McCaffrey in this game, but you don't lose either of them. Garoppolo had the one pass that was batted away by Ramsey earlier. We'll see in the second half, we're going to see him early on. Should have been a near interception, but 49ers get a number of breaks in this game, and this is one of them. That's a good ball from Garoppolo, puts it right on him, and luckily it's ruled an incompletion. So there you go. There's the first half. The 49ers go in at halftime. It's 14-10. Glad we're able to get some stuff out for you guys that are over in other areas of the world who don't normally get to see this stuff live. So let's get into the second half now. The second half is really, I think this is probably the best half of football we've seen from the 49ers offense all year. I think it's more impressive. I'm much more impressed with what they did in this game than even the first Rams game. Remember, the offense only scored 17 points against the Rams the first time around. I feel like this is even more impressive than the game they had against Carolina, where they put up 30 points offensively against Carolina. Would have been 31 if the PAT hadn't been missed, but Carolina was missing a lot of guys. The Rams aren't, and so that's why I think this is a better half for the 49ers. Open up the half, and you're going to get Christian McCaffrey. The Christian McCaffrey show continues. 1st and 10, 12 personnel. Again, that's really 21 personnel. This time it's Dwelly as the fullback. He motions out, and he's going to motion across. Nice cut, another nice cut, and off to the races, and 25-yard gain to open up the second half. Not a bad one. Again, McCaffrey's he's patient, finds the hole. Just watch him just kind of slide and explode through. Nice gain of 25 to open it up. 1st and 10, still in 12. Again, Dwelly playing that fullback role. They motion him into this position. This formation, like I was talking about, this is one the 49ers really like to use against the Rams. They really like that 7-man front with both their tight ends as wings. They're going to run this thing over the right side for a gain of 1. It's a good run for McCaffrey. He's hitting it in the right spot. They just have one more guy than they can get. They just don't block 33. This was something we saw from the Rams. 49ers have problems with the Rams in the NFC Championship game, where they were bringing down Eric Weddle, bringing him down into the box, and he was doing a really good job of stuffing the run. And that's what you have here. They missed the block. They don't get the block on him with Ayuk. I don't know if that was a miss, or that's Danny Gray. Excuse me. I think Danny Gray misses where he's supposed to go. I think Gray's supposed to get to that safety. He's supposed to get to 33. You could see him going there. I think he just misses him, and so then he turns to the next guy. He doesn't touch anybody. I think, again, that's why we're not seeing Danny Gray on the field. And we heard this last year with Brandon Ayuk, that, the change with Ayuk is his ability to block in the run game. He's always had the receiver skills. I think Gray probably has the receiving skills, but he just doesn't have it. He doesn't have the full game down yet, which is why he's not being utilized. So now you've got 2nd and 9, still in 12 personnel here. You got Kittle in the slot on the top, and then the tight end here. I'm not sure if that's Dwelly or Croft. And the 49ers get a break here. This is a tough one for Garoppolo because he's got a blitzer, and so your hot read on a blitz is supposed to be to the blitzer side, typically, right? If you've got a guy coming, you're gonna try to throw into the blitz, because usually where that blitzer is coming from, it's going to vacate. You can see Kittle is open. Ramsey just does a good job of sprinting and being able to break down. Should have had an interception. That's a tough play just because of how close he is to the quarterback. Definitely Garoppolo gets a break here. But again, the read isn't incorrect. It's the blitz coming off the side. I can almost, in some ways, I could think that the Rams designed this on purpose to have him coming from where he is to make it look like it's a blitz to get the ball thrown there, because that's where your rules would take you, and telling him to be under control and be ready for the ball to come out and make a play on it, because you can see him start to break down real quick as soon as he sees Garoppolo start to separate his hands. He breaks down, and he's right there. He gets up and the ball hits him right in the hands. A little high, but for him, but it should have been a pick. Compared to of the two times that the ball touched him, that was the one that should have been a pick. The first one was more of a swat in terms, almost like he was playing volleyball. So now it's 3rd and 9, 11 personnel. You see the 49. You see McCaffrey out wide. They did that earlier, remember, with Jeff Wilson. And watch Spencer Burford on here. Here's the breakdown. We saw this happen to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game with Daniel Brunskill at right guard on a big play that Aaron Donald make. He runs right by him, but he runs by him because Burford's not ready for the ball to be snapped. Burford's looking inside at the center when the ball is snapped. We can see it much better from behind. So where does this play go wrong? Watch Burford. Puts his hand down. He's looking at Brendel. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but he's still standing still while everybody else is moving because he wasn't in position for the ball to be snapped. Makes it really easy for 99 to make the play. Gaines gets the sack, but this whole play is based off of Spencer Burford being stuck in his stance, looking behind him when the ball snapped. Again, it's never a good thing when the ball snapped and your right guard is looking over underneath his left shoulder at the quarterback in the center. So that's a self-inflicted wound by the 49ers on the sack there. You can see there was an issue, miscommunication between 74 and 64 as they're talking about it as they go off the field. 49ers defense gets a big stop, and the 49ers offense is back out there at their own 12. And this is a drive that I really like. This is a really nice drive for the 49ers. Open up out of 12 personnel. It's an easy little throw out to the left side. He looks down the field before taking the check down route to Croft. You can see him looking deep, and then, all right, let's put it down over here. Really nice throw, picking on 6 again. Now they get into 12 personnel where they're more. This is where it gets interesting. You see them in this formation. They're going to run it almost all the way down the field with just some different motions and things. As I was watching this game from the press box, as this drive went along, I tweeted out they're basically just running the same formation, personnel grouping. They're maybe changing up the motion a little bit, but everything about this drive looks the same, and it makes it really hard for the defense to react. In the pistol formation as well. Quick throw, gets it on, and this is so close to being a big play. So close to being a big play. Even if, just the positioning on here, he hits him, it's a little low, but I don't think that the ball placement affects the outcome of the play. Maybe a little bit, because it kind of gets him off of his track, I guess. But a nice pickup of 11. That could have been a little bit more. I'll go back and I'll say, yeah, that one needs to be up. If Garoppolo was able to hit him up in stride like he did with McLeod earlier, then Ayuk probably isn't coming back in a situation where 33 is able to make that tackle. But it's still a nice pickup on the second down play. Again, back into 12. Now they're in this little. They show the bunch, but they're going to motion across to their balanced up set that they've been running. They're going to run. This is the toss to the left. You're going to see them sprint back across. There's the toss, and catch a huge break when this ball bounces right to Ray McLeod. John Lynch was on the radio yesterday talking about this play, and the way that he talked about it was, watch the effort of 3 to make the block. Boom, gets upfield and blocks, and then because of the effort to get upfield, that's why he's on the ground where he is, and the ball comes up right to him, and as the ball's in the air, he sees it. Probably his best catch of the day. because that would have been a huge turnover for the Rams. Would have put him in great field position with the lead. Instead, you see the 49ers in that bunch set they were just in. All they did was flip the bunch to the other side. They're going to motion Croft across again. You get that same look, same initial formation, same motion to this other, back here, and now you're going to get a pass out of it though. They're looking deep. They've got a couple of deep routes. They have Ayuk coming across. They have a double move on the outside. Garoppolo, it's covered well, and so Garoppolo has the underneath check down wide open. Could have gone maybe to Ayuk if you want to be picky, but I don't care about that because you still got a nice gain of a 14 on the throw here to McCaffrey. I'd rather take the positive than a who knows what the other outcome would have been, because that's going to be a little bit tougher throw. Watch the double move down here at the bottom. You're going to stop go, trying to get those guys to bite. You have Ayuk running the from the top. He's going to be coming down and across. This really opens up that area for McCaffrey. Just so much different with this offense. I mean, it's night and day now how the field is opened up for their passing game. Just look how open this thing is. And he has the patience to look. Really, again, let's go back and let's just talk about this just for a second. Remember, people came out of this game ripping Mike McGlinchey because he gave up a couple of sacks early on. He stands the man up at the line of scrimmage. Garoppolo has plenty of time. There's a couple of guys dealing with the edge rusher that came around. Really good block by Mike McGlinchey. Really good rep. Nice play. Big play for the 49ers, because that takes a lot of time to get out of there. 1st and 10, Jeff Wilson in the backfield now. Again, that same formation though, right? That same 12 personnel group. You got that same motioning from the bunch. You've got the 12. You're going to motion that tight end across again, right? We've seen them do that already. See, there you go with your motion. And they've done that before, and they even did the toss earlier. You can kind of see the Rams adjust to that. Then they run that little toss split belly. It doesn't work because of the penetration on the play side. But again, you're seeing that same concept get thrown at them. That same look up front get thrown at them over and over again on this drive. And the play there is 64 just gets missed. He misses his block. Watch 64. He's going to get up to the linebacker, misses him, and stuffs him in the hole. Still picks up one, but that's a nice gain if Brendel makes this block. So now 2nd and 9, they're going to have they have that same look though. Remember, they've been doing a lot of this where they've got the bunch. The only difference is now they don't have their tight end as the wing down here on the bottom side. 11 personnel, but there's that same motion. See that same motion of that outside guy in the bunch across the formation. So again, it's all, you talk a lot about how you build one play into the next. This whole drive is building together. Everything about this drive, all the formations and the motions, it's all working similar. The plays are all different, but the initial snap of the ball, or the initial look that the defense is getting as it moves on is different. Again, good job by Garoppolo. He's looking to the left side. It's not there. Comes back, checks it down to Wilson for a gain of 12. He just looks really settled in the pocket. There's not a whole lot of movement with his feet. They're not, when he starts moving his feet a lot, it's when you can tell when he starts to get uncomfortable. You're not seeing that in this game. In this game, he's been comfortable throughout. Like he knows it's almost like Garoppolo knows what's coming before the ball snapped. Again, bunch, motion. Been doing this throughout this drive. Quick out to Brandon Ayuk to number 6. So this is the first play. Remember, I told you guys earlier, pay attention to Brandon Ayuk and the top on this one. This is a play that's going to build upon as this thing goes through. Remember, earlier I had talked about the formation with Dwelly outside of Ayuk. This is a little bit different, but Ayuk is going to run just this little quick out. And the 49ers hit it for a nice gain of 11. Easy throw from Garoppolo, puts it on him. Just a quick 3-step drop on the route to Ayuk. But this is going to set up a big play down the road. Watch. It's easy for Garoppolo. 1, 2, 3, boom, out of his hand. It doesn't get any easier than that. He's got his head down the middle of the field to start with, and you see him bring it over. It's an easy throw, but it's a really nice in rhythm throw on a short route from Garoppolo. Again, we see the same look over and over again on this route. Tight end on the outside of the bunch, motion him into the formation to the other side. This time it's going to be their little zone read look. Boom. You saw that earlier with Christian McCaffrey on a big run, and now you get it out of Jeff Wilson Jr. That versatility. That's going to be Elijah Mitchell next week, or against the Chargers, excuse me. That's the expectation. But again, this whole thing is all building together, right? Together. It's the formation, the motions. You're seeing it over and over and over again. This complete, almost the entirety of this drive, you're seeing that same look. So there you go. There's the wing. Let's see if 22 on this one. They, instead of motioning them out to the left, though, they motioned them out to the right for a toss. This is an inside zone kind of a toss run. Good job by the Rams to stiff it out. It's one of the few times on this drive where they changed up the look a little bit. They still have a motion from the tight end from one side to the other, but that little movement by 82, I think, kind of draws it, and backside just breaks down. Let's see where it comes from. On this one on my notes, I said watch 74, watch 64, and 71. So watch Trent Williams, Jake Brendel in the middle, and Spencer Burford. Burford misses Gaines. Brendel misses the block. He's supposed to help. Brendel is supposed to help on this defensive tackle that's in front of him. He just needs to get a hand into him to help Trent Williams get engaged, but he doesn't. He doesn't get a hand on him. The guy he misses him. He's supposed to go through 94. He's a little too far over, but he never gets there. And so both of those guys, the block that Burford misses, the block that Burford misses, and the block that Brendel misses, those are the two guys that make the tackle on the play. So now you got 2nd and 11. Another nice one where they've got the deep route where they're trying to force it down the field. He's got a couple of deep. He's got that deep post, and he's reading the post from McLeod, and he comes off of that to the throw underneath to Ayuk. Nice little play design, good completion. Watch Garoppolo's feet. Let's see if they're moving too much. No, pretty set, and he's able to see it quick and get the ball out. Gain of 8 gives you 3rd and 3 in the red zone. 3rd and 2. This is the touchdown to McCaffrey. Watch McCaffrey and Garoppolo here, because McCaffrey's just supposed to sit, but he recognizes that Garoppolo's in trouble, so he starts to find a hole. Garoppolo sees it quick and he gets it out. Now watch me. I'm going to slow this down a little bit just to kind of give you guys. There's a lot of things on this play I want to point out, but just watch the connection between Garoppolo and McCaffrey, at least on this one. He's reading the right side. He's going back to the middle. He starts to move, and right now at this point when he starts to move, McCaffrey's like, okay, I'm going to move, and so he starts to go to the back of the end zone, and Garoppolo sees it quick. See, because Garoppolo's eyes are on him, so as soon as he sees McCaffrey start to go up the field, it's almost like Garoppolo knows that this hole is where he's going. Look where it's not even. So he moves. McCaffrey moves with him, And now Garoppolo sets his feet because he sees what's going to be coming. He can tell that there's that nice opening in the end zone. I'm going to throw it up there. I'm going to give my guy a chance to make a play. And just a really nice catch by McCaffrey on the back end. Really nice job between Garoppolo and McCaffrey working together. Good job of those guys to be in sync. Now, the other piece, watch this from behind. Look, remember how long that took? Because Garoppolo's looking to his left, he's looking to the middle, he's looking back to his right, he starts to move, and then he throws. Well, you don't do that if you don't have the time to do that if the offensive line isn't doing their good job. So again, this is a shout out to everybody that hates on Mike McGlinchey on a regular basis. This touchdown doesn't happen if Mike McGlinchey doesn't do his job, especially when Garoppolo moves to his side. Everybody on the offensive line does their job on this one. So it's not just one guy. I'm just pointing this out because of the hate that McGlinchey gets, or the not the hate, that's a bad word, because of the constant negativity geared towards a single player. Does a good job, rides his guy up the field. He's still working on him. And Garoppolo gets the ball out for a touchdown. Really good job by the 49ers offensive line as a whole. And for all the negativity about Mike McGlinchey as this game rolls along, you don't have the lead if he doesn't make the block. All right, now we're on to the next 3 touchdown drives in a row. This is going to be the second. Easy little screen to start off this. This is the end of the third quarter. Just an easy screen out there to pick up a nice gain of 7 out there to McCaffrey, and you get the hit out of bounds, so you get an extra 15. This play look familiar to you guys? It should. This is the same play that they ran. The look of this is exactly the same play that they ran for the touchdown. Remember the touchdown pass from McCaffrey to Brandon Ayuk, where he ran a play fake underneath him. This back goes underneath for a play fake, and then he throws it out to McCaffrey on the screen. It's the same thing. The only difference is that this time the receiver doesn't release down the field. It's shown that already once, and they got him, and so now the Rams are sitting back. Now they just come out and run the regular play, and they pick up 7 plus 15. Again, plays building upon plays in this game throughout. Shanahan was definitely in a rhythm. The 49ers offense looks like they know what to expect on every play, the way that they're able to execute in this half. Back to that balanced up 12 personnel look that they've been given. Again, that'd probably be Kyle Juszczyk normally, which would put him in 21. And we saw this play already. Remember the touchdown drive, the 3-step drop on the out from Garoppolo to Ayuk. Now you put him in a shotgun, you run the same thing. Boom, boom. Puts it on him. Not a big gain because 6 has seen it once. So the second time he sees it, he jumps it a little bit quicker. So instead of being a gain of 11, they pick up 5. Second and 5, 12 personnel. You get a little screen out here to the right side to McCaffrey, so not a whole lot here from Garoppolo, but a nice run after the catch by McCaffrey. It's runs right into the Rams defender, but he's able to do a decent job here to pick up 4. And then that sets him up in a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's one of your easier throws of the day for Garoppolo. He's had a number of these, number of throws that he's made, but he hasn't thrown a lot of screens to the receivers, to the tight end, to the running backs. Excuse me. Most of them been checkdowns. There's one there for a gain of 4. 3rd and 1. Motion into you have 21 personnel here. Motion in McCaffrey into the backfield. Motion across. Run a little inside run with Jeff Wilson Jr. Finds the hole, sticks it up inside. Really nice run for a guy that's in between a halfback and a fullback. That's one of the things with Wilson that's going to be missed. But again, I think that's where Ty Davis Price comes in. I think you're going to see Davis Price in that. I tweeted out yesterday that was the one part of that trade that for me was kind of a bummer, is because Wilson gives you that ability to be a halfback and a fullback. And I forgot there was a play in Atlanta where you have Ty Davis Price lead blocking for Deebo Samuel. This play right here. Look at the start of this one. It goes right back to what they did on their previous drive. They're going to going to have a start off in a bunch and a motion that tight end. Actually, I think he just screwed up on his way out of there. They motions across, and then I think this is going to be the inside run for McCaffrey. Again, he just does such a good job of squeezing through, seeing the hole and exploding through it. Watch this thing coming from this side. Not much room up in there, but he sticks it in there, and then you get it. He's just trusting everybody. And this one, what I like about this one is watch. He's got hands on him. He's not untouched through the line. He's got hands on him as he's going through. But again, they're not squared up on him. They're coming to the side, and he's able to just slide off of those. Now it's a sprint, runs right around Ramsey, and almost gets into the end zone. Not Ramsey, I'm sorry, number 6. Whoever that guy is, whose day's about to get really bad. First and goal at the if it wasn't already bad enough. First and goal, and then they come back. The play looks very similar to what they just ran. They ran this one down earlier in the red zone, and he got stuffed for no gain. This time, touchdown. Just got a few more plays that we'll run through, and then I want to pull up a defensive one for you guys. And this is going to be the final drive that we'll watch for the Fern's offense, because after that, they're just running out the clock. But motion into that 12 personnel look that they've been doing all the time. This time it's with Kittle, and this could have been a big play. They just missed the block on 99. '99 just slips off of McGlinchey on that one. No, excuse me. Is that? Yeah, it's McGlinchey. 99 just slips off of McGlinchey and is able to make the tackle. Still a gain of 7, but could have been a bigger one if McGlinchey holds it. Okay, so I've been talking about this. I've been building this one up. Talked about it earlier where you've got Ayuk on the inside and you have Ross Dwelly outside. Remember that formation from earlier in the game? Okay, so you've got that built into it. And then also remember now, Brandon Ayuk is in this second half, he's already caught 2 out routes on the left side, beating number 6 on both of those, right? So 6 is really in tune with what's happening with Brandon Ayuk right now. He's not even cared. He has no care in the world about Ross Dwelly being out here. He's worried about this coming to Brandon Ayuk. So as soon as Ayuk makes that out cut, you see the jump. Garoppolo reloads and puts it on Ross the boss for a 56-yard gain. But this one's been coming throughout the second half. This isn't a shot play that comes out of nowhere. This has been built up throughout the game based off of formation from back in the first quarter to the third quarter on an out route to where you hit Ayuk on an out route in the third quarter, you get him on an out route in the fourth quarter. And so now the fourth time they see this, Garoppolo separates his hands. You get the corner sits to starts the drive because he doesn't want to let Ayuk make another catch on him. And then as soon as that happens, Garoppolo reloads, fires, big gain. Again, building from one to the next to the next. This is three times. That's the third time you've seen the out route from Ayuk in this half alone. You already saw that formation earlier today as well. Decent blocking, good job by Garoppolo. Just kind of slides, puts it right on him. Garoppolo he looked solid throughout the day. Even going back to I posted a video of him throwing deep balls to Christian McCaffrey in warmups, and just there's times when Garoppolo was in those warmups where he's a little off the mark, and everything that he was throwing, especially when he was throwing to the guys that he was going to be playing with, the main starters, meaning Ayuk and Ayuk and McLeod and McCaffrey. He put the ball on the money every time, and he gets a chance in the game. And that one he hits it, the deep ball down the middle he missed, but those outside the number throws were looking good for him today on Sunday. Little gain of 2. Again, I think that one is on Ayuk maybe just missing the block a little bit. 2nd and 8. 13 personnel, really 22 personnel. Try to run the toss. This is a nice run by McCaffrey. Almost breaks it. Just need to, if you can just somehow keep his foot right there. Let's see on this one. Didn't. Just he needs to be able to keep his feet. It's well blocked. Those guys are able to get there and knock him down. And then you get the touchdown. This is the touchdown from Garoppolo. It's going to be, they're going to fake the fly sweep, the jet sweep to the right side. And he's going to roll out to the left. And he's going to hit George Kittle for the touchdown in the back of the end zone. Nice ball, nice catch. I've seen some talk about this one as well, about Garoppolo should have thrown this ball earlier. As we roll through let me just tell you what I'm hearing, and I'll tell you why it's wrong. Because look at how wide open George Kittle is right now. Okay. So there's a number of folks who are saying that this ball should have been an easy completion to George Kittle. Look at all the space that he has. But that's not taking into account the design of the play and where the ball's supposed to go and where the quarterback's looking. You can really see it. You can see it clear here. You can even see it better. There's a video. I posted this video from a field level of this touchdown on my channel. And from that field level view, you really, if you just focus on Garoppolo's eyes, you can see what's happening, and you can kind of see it here. And I'll point out to it what's happening. So you get the play fake front to Ayuk. You get McLeod blocking down the end. So now Garoppolo, his eyes go directly to the flat. Okay. He notices that he's covered. So now from there, his eyes go to the number 2, which is going to be Kittle. Flips his hips, puts the ball on him. I don't really know how. The only way that you do this any better is if you don't flip your hips and you just throw this while you're rolling to your left, and you have that ability to do that. It's kind of a tough throw, though, because of the relationship between him and the tight end. Okay, because the tight end's behind him. So if he just kind of keeps rolling out here and throwing the ball, that's a tough throw to make, because not only is he rolling to his left and throwing it, but he's really having to torque his body around. Makes it a really tough throw. Now, I like rolling personally, I always liked to roll to the left. I always felt like it helped me throw the ball harder, because I had a natural need to get my left shoulder out of the way, which helped me with generate power. But in this instance, because the tight end is behind him, he flips his hips. That's what you're doing. Friends are taught this way. It's not just Garoppolo that's doing this. You watch them in their practice. When you watch those videos that I post of the quarterbacks where it looks like all they're doing is warming up, throwing routes to equipment managers, they're running their plays. And whether it's Garoppolo or Brock Purdy, they're both rolling to their left and flipping their hips open on this play. So that's what you see. And you have a completion from Garoppolo to Kittle for the touchdown. The ball's not late. Watch it from here. You're going to see his eyes. He's going to go play fake, roll, flat, Kittle, get the ball out. You can't, it's almost not humanly possible to do it any quicker. So the only reason I'm bringing that up is just because of those who have been saying that ball should have come out sooner. That's an incorrect statement. All right. So let me swap this out really quick. That's the offensive film breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A lot of good stuff, and he really does a really good job, I think, of showing how one play builds upon the other. Now, I want to take a second. Let's talk about the defense for a minute. There's been a lot of discussion about what were the adjustments that the defense made in this game to change, to turn the tide. Now, I don't think there's that much of an adjustment from the 49ers other than right here. You look at the first half of the game, and the Rams were in third down 8 times. On those 8 third downs, they had 6 of them. They had 5 yards or less to go. So they were in third and medium to short repeatedly. They only had two times in the first half, the Rams, where they had a third down and 6 or more. Okay. On those third down and 6 or more, they were 1 of 2 in the first half. The second half, this is the first time they get into it's first down. This was that first opening possession for the Rams in the second half. They had started off back, and they're back. You just had a good, not an explosive play, but a big gain from Stafford to Cooper Kupp to get you here. Now they're going to come out 1st and 10, and they're going to try to throw it on you again because they just had success. So they're going to run it again. And what I want you to watch is watch Charles Omenihu. He's down here. He's the defensive end in the bottom of the screen. You're going to have Kupp motion across. Jimmy Ward goes with them. Ward's going to end up chasing him. There's Kupp. Actually, that was a Skoranek who was over there. But because of the way that this ends up, you see Ward is behind him, and Stafford, he's open. It's going to be a tough throw. It's not wide open, but he's open, and Stafford misses it. But again, watch what happens here. This Charles Omenihu is the guy that makes this play. He blows up the left guard, right in the face of. I have to think that Stafford sees 94 run over his left guard, and it's coming right at him, and that affects the throw just a little bit because it's not missed by much. So what happens there is that now instead of it being second and a big gain, you're stuck in 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10 here, you're going to get a run up the middle for a gain of 4. The Rams have been running the ball really well on 1st down. They've been doing a really good job throughout the game on 1st down of picking up yards after that first possession. So they pick up 4, and that leaves you in 3rd and 6. Now remember, this is only the 3rd time in the game. Right here, this next snap is going to be only the 3rd time in the game that the Rams have faced 3rd and more than 5. Okay, so this is actually their 9th 3rd down of the game, but it's only the 3rd time that it's been longer than 3rd and 5. The first time that they were in it was 3rd and 10 on the opening drive, and then you get the incompletion, you get off the field. The next time they were in 3rd and 9, a couple times later, they pick it up, but this is only the 3rd time, and you're going to get pressure. And I believe this is going to be the sack from Fred Warner. Yeah. So there's the blitz, and you get, and actually, no, it's the throwaway that when with Bosa getting there. But again, the 49ers change up was that they did better on 1st and 2nd down. Nick Bosa said this after the game that, you're looking, everybody wants to know what the magic bullet is. What was the big adjustment from the 49ers defense? They might have, it could be that they played a little bit more man. It could be that they were maybe given a little bit more pressure, whatever, in terms of the looks that they were giving to the Rams. The Rams came out in the second half and moved the ball until the 49ers stopped them on 1st down right here. And then after they stopped them on 1st down, now you have 3rd and 6, and now you're able to dial up a pressure package, which forces Stafford to move and throw the ball away. But none of that happens unless you're making the plays on 1st and 10 and 2nd down. That's the whole change up in this game, because after that, you have 3rd and 6, don't pick it up. 3rd and 7, don't pick it up. 3rd and 5, you convert. Remember, the Rams are pretty good on 3rd and 5 or less in this game. 3rd and 3, that's the one short one that they didn't convert in the game. 3rd and 16, they don't convert. And then the 3rd and 4 that they do. So in this game, the Rams faced 3rd and 6 or more 4 times. They were 1 of 4. 5 times. 6 times. 6 times. 3rd and 5 or more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. They were 1 of 5 when they had 3rd and 6 yards to go or more. That was the key to this game. And I'll do a full defensive breakdown for you guys later on this week, because we have the extra time without a game. So I know that you guys had asked for it, so we'll probably go through some of that tomorrow. But that was the difference, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is one of the things that I really like to do, is come on here and talk football with you guys and do film breakdowns and really get into that kind of stuff. So hope you enjoyed it. If you can do me a favor, let me just change this up really quick. If you guys could do me a favor, there's a couple things I'm going to ask you to do. Go ahead, and the first thing is to hit that like button for me as you leave the show today. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button. And then if you're watching this channel and you're not already subscribed to it, hit that little subscribe button so that you're subscribed, and hit the bell notification so you know when we go live. Go live quite often, and there's always new stuff that I'm posting as far as other videos as well, 49 related stuff. And then also get yourselves over to 49ers.pressdemocrat.com, the Inside the 49ers blog over there. So some homework for you. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Those are the easy ones. And then last but not least, get the 49ers.pressdemocrat.com. Make that a favorite on your browser. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I'll be talking to you soon. I won't be back tonight, I don't believe, but keep it locked into the channel for any cool videos that I run across throughout the day. I'll be showing you those as well. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon.